Jarrod Waberski, we're here at Donington, final round of the season here in the GB3. How's it all going?
So far we're struggling a little bit. I think quali was an improvement from where we were in testing overall, so I think that's better. But I think we had more in the car. I think, we're just having a little bit of issues with gear selecting issues in quali, so that's a bit unfortunate. But I think P10 and P11, I think we are in quali, so it's not too bad. I think if the weather holds out, it will be a pretty good race. Yeah,
very much. I imagine it was quite difficult jumping into qualifying after a real quiet day yesterday because of some pretty awful weather conditions.
Yeah, the last testing we did was on Thursday, and we only had one wet session, and then the last two were dry. We kind of had an issue in the first wet session, so I was kind of going into qualifying kind of blind, not knowing what to expect. I think we did a pretty decent job.
And the track conditions even now seem very slippery. It's been a bit on and off this morning with rain, so that's an added challenge for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the race is going to be quite tricky because I think it's not going to fully dry, and I don't think it's going to be fully wet. So it's going to whoever picks the right strategy for the race, I think, will end up winning. So it makes it interesting. As
a driver, do you think it's easier to have complete wet, complete dry, and not have this weird in-between stage in the middle?
As a driver, it's better when it's completely wet. You don't have to worry about if it's maybe drying, or if it's completely dry, then you don't have to worry about anything. But I think with it being in between conditions, it kind of gives you a lot more opportunity, especially in our cars. It's quite hard to overtake. So when the conditions are a bit half wet, half dry, I think it kind of makes things a lot more interesting.
Yeah, very much so. Well, we're obviously at the end of the season here at Donington. Overall, first season in the category. How have you found it? How would you sum it up?
I think this year has just been overall not what we were expecting. In pre-season testing, we were consistently in the top 5 no matter what. And then, we just had a lot of bad luck, some mechanical issues and some stuff in qualifyings that haven't been our fault. And it's just some things that you just can't control. It's just how the wheel turns. It's been a bit unfortunate. So, it's been a tough year. But, hopefully we can end it off on a high.
Last season you were in the GB4 category, which I suppose is the step below this, I suppose, for the feeder series. Was that a good stepping stone heading into sort of a higher class category this year?
I think so, because GB4, the nice thing about it is you're on the same tyres, you do all the same circuits, and you obviously race with GB3 on the same weekend, so you kind of learn everything that you need to coming into GB3. It's just obviously the car you have to learn, the bigger downforce, obviously bigger, more power, etc. I think GB4 is a really good, starting place. It helped me a lot coming into this. Last year I didn't know any of the tracks or anything like that, so it kind of gave me a little bit of a boost this year, knowing a better baseline. Yeah,
and it's a more sort of budget-friendly category, and I imagine it quite nicely sort of transitions you from more feeder series up to something a bit bigger, because everyone's wanting to help, so it's a good stepping stone, isn't it?
Yeah, I think GB4 is a really good championship. Like you said, it's more budget-friendly compared to F4 or something like that. And the mileage you get for what you're paying is really good. So for someone like me, who last year I didn't do any pre-season testing, it was just rock up and race. It was the racing that we got and the mileage through testing and doing the races, helped us a lot and helped me a lot. It's definitely a really good championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, best of luck for the weekend, and well done on this season.
Cool, thanks very much.